What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to Collectors Gone Digital. My name is Josh, and on today's episode, we're talking about VeVe's hyped announcement this past week. I'm talking about their partnership with YG Entertainment, the largest entertainment group in South Korea, and Blackpink, the largest girl K-pop group in the world. So we've seen lots of buzz around this announcement. If you guys don't know anything about K-pop, get ready because there's lots to learn in today's episode. We discuss several different topics. So without further ado, grab a drink, grab a snack, sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right, so before we get into the fandom behind K-pop, I do want to discuss a particular group here, and it's a group I've heard the name of a couple times since this announcement, BTS. Just to be clear, BTS is not tied to YG Entertainment, the partnership that VeVe announced. However, there are some things I want to discuss around this group just to kind of put into perspective exactly how big K-pop is in South Korea and Asia, actually. So first off, K-pop acts frequently top music charts in Asian countries, including South Korea, Japan, China, Taiwan, Thailand, Vietnam, and others. K-pop songs often achieve high rankings on music charts and receive significant airplay on radio stations throughout Asia. Now, when it comes to BTS, they're going to be the most popular K-pop group in the world. And the example I want to talk about here really supports this. For those that don't know, in South Korea, most able-bodied men have to perform military service for between 18 to 21 months, and that's when they turn 18 years of age. Now, when the band members actually turn 18, the South Korean government actually said, you guys don't need to complete the service if you don't want to. You can keep performing. And that's because BTS was generating over $1 billion per year for South Korea, and a lot of that had to do with tourism. So we have the South Korean government going, hey, you 7 people are exempt from having to perform the mandatory service that every other 18-year-old able-bodied man in this country has to perform, because these 7 guys, or this single K-pop group, was generating so much money for the country. Again, I want to emphasize single K-pop group. And with regards to all the noise that we're seeing over on X with the Blackpink announcement, Blackpink is a single K-pop group. So for anyone watching this video who isn't too familiar with the K-pop scene, I want to make something very clear in this episode because a lot of people in the West kind of think that K-pop is just an extension of the music industry. And in a way it is, but in a way it's not. And when I say it's not, it's because over in Asia, K-pop is like a lifestyle. I'm talking people train from very young ages to try and become K-pop artists, and many people fail. Extensive training, lots of judgment, harsh competition. You need the skills, you need the looks, you need the discipline, and all of this stuff we're going to discuss in this episode. So what exactly is K-pop? Well, K-pop began as a niche genre in South Korea. It's short for Korean pop music. Since its beginning, it's now grown into a multi-billion-dollar industry with a massive international fan base. And this largely has to do with the catchy and infectious music. Now, within the K-pop scene, you're going to see a mix of different genres. You're going to see pop, hip-hop, R&B, electronic, and even rock. But all these performances involve elaborate choreography, visuals, and then high-production music videos, making them not just auditory experiences, but also visual ones. Now, K-pop agencies utilize innovative marketing strategies and social media platforms to promote their artists both domestically and internationally, and K-pop's impact extends beyond just music, influencing fashion trends, beauty standards, and then even language learning. K-pop idols are fashion icons, and their distinctive styles often set trends in the fashion industry. Now, when it comes to the requirements of being a K-pop star, guys, there are a lot of them. So first up, and the most important one here, talent. So these artists typically undergo evaluations in singing, dancing, and then also sometimes rapping. And the agencies aren't just looking for natural talent, but also people who can learn quickly. Now next, you have the training aspect. So these artists are often scouted at a young age. They can undergo years of intensive training in singing, dancing, performance before they're even known. The training can take place in specialized academies or within the entertainment agencies themselves. And some will even live in dormitories provided by the agencies, okay? So what happens is these artists will go through this whole entire process. and then they get selected for what group they're going to belong to based on their talents and skills and stuff like that. So Blackpink, for example, was a group put together. They didn't start together. All 4 of the girls went through this process, and then the agency created the group. Now next is versatility. The performers are expected to sing, dance, and sometimes act, and then they're also trained in various styles of music and dance to prepare them for different scenarios. 4th, appearance. Physical appearance plays a significant role in the K-pop industry, okay? Agencies often have strict standards for height, weight, visual appearance, and then a lot of these artists actually typically undergo like cosmetic procedures to fall in line with these standards. I mentioned in the VeVe space this past weekend that K-pop is a very cutthroat industry, and point number 4 here having to do with appearance kind of is a good example of that. So next up, language skills. So the artists need to be proficient in Korean, obviously, and then sometimes languages like English or Mandarin can be beneficial for international promotions. So they often undergo language lessons as well. Now, other requirements are going to include dedication and work ethic. That's an obvious one. Personality. So in addition to talent, agencies are often looking for people who have the personalities to kind of sell and connect with fans. They're also expected to maintain a positive public image and engage with fans through social media. YG Entertainment is going to be the company that VeVe announced their partnership with. So who exactly are they? They are the largest entertainment group in South Korea, and they're known for managing some of the biggest names in the Korean entertainment industry. Now, the group is said to emphasize artistic freedom and creativity, allowing its artists to express themselves authentically through their music and performances. They're also renowned for their rigorous and intensive training system. Now, they actively promote their artists globally, organizing concerts, fan meetings, and promotional events in various countries. Through strategic partnerships and collaborations, YG artists have gained recognition and popularity worldwide. And this is because, listen carefully here, the agency collaborates with brands to create exclusive merchandise, leveraging the popularity of its artists to expand its brand presence. This is not the first time Blackpink has gone into the collectibles space. They've done it before, they're doing it again. Now, when it comes to who they manage, I got a quick list for you guys. We got Big Bang, Winner, iKON, Treasure, ZNE1, 𝗘𝗿𝗄𝗅, AKMU, 𝗕𝗵𝗵 HI, Jinyushan, ONE, and then the group we're about to get into, Blackpink. Now, who exactly is Blackpink? They are one of the most successful and globally recognized K-pop groups ever. Blackpink has released numerous chart-topping hits, and they've amassed billions of views on YouTube. They're also the first K-pop girl group to enter the Billboard Hot 100 chart. In addition to music, they've become fashion icons and brand ambassadors. And I don't know if you guys remember my episode talking about different ways that VeVe can leverage music, but in that video, I made a point about how if they sign the right artists, you're going to see their fans follow. The example I used was Taylor Swift. What we're seeing happen right now with this Blackpink announcement is exactly that. VeVe chose the right group, and their fans are following. I've seen posts after post after post from people who don't know anything about VeVe who are like, oh, got another app to download now. And this is going to be something I address later on in the episode as well. Now, speaking of Blackpink fans, they're known as Blinks. And the fandom behind this group is truly global. So social media has played a significant role in connecting Blinks and fostering a sense of community. They even organize various fan projects and events to show their love and appreciation for the group. And as we've witnessed and are witnessing right now, they're highly active on social media platforms and play a crucial role in promoting the group and helping them reach new audiences. I've been with VeVe since season 1. I have yet to see a response to an announcement that they've made about a partnership like the response we're seeing right now, including when they announced Disney and Marvel. That's right, we're getting controversial here. More on that soon as well. We've addressed the happy, the more popular side of K-pop, but unfortunately, in like many things, there is a darker side. So I am going to limit what I say here. To be honest, I'm not actually entirely comfortable talking about this topic. So if you guys do want to find out more, you can do some research. But undergoing years of rigorous training in singing, dancing, and sometimes acting before debuting, and having to maintain a certain level of dedication, commitment, just having the skill set alone to be in that position is hard enough, but to maintain it is a whole other thing. To be able to deal with the pressure and then also achieve the success, there's a lot that goes into it. And unfortunately, I don't want to say the particular word that's in my head right now, but there's a lot of K-pop artists who quote unquote make it who don't make it. And that has to do with the amount of pressure and then expectations involved in the scene. I'm going to refer right back to my previous comment here. It's a very, very cutthroat industry. Now, here are my overall thoughts on this announcement, because I am extremely bullish on this announcement, guys. I think it's one of VeVe's biggest announcements to date. Judging from the promo video that they did release for Blackpink, it does look to me like 4 different collectible statues of the 4 different girls. That would also fall in line with the other types of merchandise they've released in the past for the band. Now, VeVe has mentioned that this is going to be released under their VeVe Vibes name, so music is involved here. If I'm right about the collectibles being statues, I do think they could potentially be animated, and those animations could play certain parts of the track, because a lot of these K-pop songs kind of dedicate certain parts of the song to certain people in the group. So if you put all 4 together, it might play like the full song or something. I don't know. But when I say that this is one of their largest announcements to date, I don't think that that's a question. I think the question here is whether this is the biggest announcement to date. And hear me out on this. When I say the biggest, I mean the announcement that could have the biggest impact on the platform in the present moment. And when I compare this announcement to when Marvel or when Disney got announced, I'm not denying that VeVe never got new users from those announcements back then. I saw new users come into the platform through Disney. But again, I've been here since season 1. I have never seen a response by a community tied to an IP that VeVe just announced, like the Blackpink fans or the Blinks. If we rewind and we go back to the Disney announcement, yes, people came in. That game was spent on the weekends during the streams. I'm pretty sure he came in during the Golden Moments drops. Same with Rob. But when Disney Golden Moments got announced, a majority of the positive hype I saw was from people who were already in the community. Of the people who did not know about VeVe, I saw people going, oh, why does Disney need damn NFTs and all this, right? It was the same stuff around Sesame Street. Maybe not as bad, but I'd argue that we have yet to come across an audience that has given this positive of a response. So when I say bigger, I don't mean, oh, Disney and Marvel are smaller than K-pop. Disney is a multi-billion-dollar company alone. I get that. Same with Marvel. But in terms of an immediate impact on the platform, K-pop has been bigger in my opinion. Not to mention, you need to take into consideration the overall market. When Disney got announced, the market was way healthier. You have Blackpink collectibles getting announced on VeVe during a time where the market sentiment is way lower, yet we're still seeing a more positive response than the largest IP announced in the past. I'm very aware that Disney has their full ecosystem of characters. I'm fully aware that Marvel has their ecosystem and all their comics. But how many times have you seen Marvel fans going, oh, they don't need NFTs for their comics. They don't need digital comics. I would rather prefer physical, right? I keep seeing post after post after post from Blinks talking about NFTs. Heck yeah, I'm in. Wherever the artist goes, these fans follow. And we're talking about one K-pop group here. The potential on a large scale is massive. And I'm not even just talking about exposure to VeVe, but I'm talking about VeVe's exposure to the Asian market as well. K-pop is a fantastic way of doing this. Esports is another one that we've talked about in the past. But the fact that VeVe has been able to sign the largest girl K-pop group ever, or at least currently in the world right now, that to me shows YG's confidence in VeVe to be able to give them their largest band right off the bat. This is a very big deal. And I'm not just saying that to say it. The numbers speak for themselves, right? If you even go to the post when VeVe announced Blackpink, I can't say this with 100% certainty, but I believe this may be one of their most shared posts ever. They got 7,500 likes on the post, 3,500 retweets. There's tons of articles being written. There's tons of posts going out from people who knew nothing about VeVe. We're seeing things happen in the community that we haven't seen happen before, all because of one girl K-pop group. So for anyone surprised by the response we got from the Blackpink fans, that's one K-pop group. I said the phrase before, I'll say it again. This is the tip of the iceberg. Ladies and gents, that's going to conclude today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. Now, VeVe's partnership is with YG Entertainment, who manages Blackpink. This means that any of the other K-pop bands they manage could potentially drop on VeVe in the future as well. So Blackpink is just the start. I'm very excited for what's to come, and potentially some other K-pop agency partnerships in the future as well. But if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you want to see in a future episode. And as for our next, I'll catch you then.